know that the odds are that your granddad had more testosterone than you? Sounds ridiculous, right? Unfortunately for you, son, it isn't. Sure, it's normal to see your T-stock plummet as you age. However, for some reason, in the last few decades, scientists have noticed that there seems to be a population-level decrease in male testosterone levels. It's so serious that there has been a general decline with each generation of men at least since the 1970s. So Grandpa may not have been as swift with Excel, but he definitely one-upped you where the male juice levels are concerned. This means that the average Gen Zers and Millennials are inferior to their predecessors in T levels. Not so cocky now, right, Gen Z? Pun definitely intended. Anyway, let's crunch some numbers and get a feel of what this decline looks like, shall we? If you took an average 60-year-old man from the street in 1987 and measured his testosterone levels, you would probably get something around 17.5 nanomoles of T-juice per liter of blood. Now, fast forward to 2007, a mere 20 years later, and that number dropped to 15 nanomoles per liter of blood, according to studies conducted. This means that in 20 years, the entire male population lost 2 nanomoles of testosterone per liter in their blood. To put it in another way, that means that our T levels decline by 1% every year, give or take. That's tragic. But then again, it does kind of explain the annual increase in the global population of simps. Anyway, like every season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, this situation gets worse. In a more recent large-scale study that measured testosterone levels of Israeli men between 2006 and 2013, scientists found that in those 7 years, T levels dropped across every age category by a whopping 10%. So here's the bottom line of what the scientists are trying to tell us. Men nowadays are getting weaker, growing fatter, and getting more depressed with each passing year. Women are also reporting higher rates of sadness and depression because bedroom performances are at an all-time low on account of men losing the sauce. Once again, unfortunately for millennials and Gen Zers, the outlook is particularly grim for them, and if we don't act fast, the male gender might become ancient history, which I'm pretty sure would be fine with the women of Twitter anyway. That said, you could join the other ill-advised men around you and try testosterone therapy to hold things together, but besides the fact that that's just weird, at least in my opinion, these artificial methods could totally wreck your wanker by shrinking your testicles or even giving you prostate cancer. Fortunately for you, there are natural ways you can boost your testosterone levels and save yourself from the impending spermageddon that's likely to hit in the coming years. And in this video, we will be going through 12 things you can do to get your T-juices to a level that would even make great-grandpa jealous. Let's get started. Number 1, stay lean and muscular. The first place to start with, if you want to build an insane level of T-juices, is to maintain a healthy weight. You can't be set like Mario and expect to be bursting with testosterone, especially since low testosterone is majorly linked to a metabolic syndrome that is a combination of conditions like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and excess fat. So the first hack to staying full of T-juices is to stay lean and muscular. Go to the gym and start eating right. Number 2, want a healthy testosterone level? Watch your heart. Sounds weird, but what's good for your heart is ultimately good for your joystick. Keep this in mind if you want to increase your testosterone levels naturally. As you exercise and choose your diet, do so with your heart in mind. You will not only protect your heart to live longer, but you'll also save yourself from becoming a beta. Number 3, lift weights. Many guys think lifting weights is only for those who want to bulk up and get shredded. What they don't know is that lifting weights will get your entire body coursing with testosterone, especially training legs, which naturally increases it more than any other muscle group and can also lead to stronger blood flow, meaning you can last longer in bed. Number 4, cut down on booze. You see, booze may be your liquid courage at the party when you're talking to a girl, but ultimately it is one of the biggest enemies of your manhood. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Studies have linked heavy boozing with low testosterone levels because when you take alcohol, it affects the production of a hormone called luteinizing hormone in the brain. Now, on a good day, luteinizing hormone is your friend, but it quickly becomes a monster when you consume too much alcohol. And that's because too much booze slows down your brain, which keeps it from releasing the luteinizing hormone, which is really bad news for your T game because low luteinizing hormone leads to low testosterone levels. So to stay on top of your game, cut down the amount of booze you take and watch as your testosterone levels begin to hit the roof. Number 5, Sleep is your ally. If you are looking to build up your T levels, then sleep is your ally. Going for long without a proper snooze negatively affects the level of hormones and chemicals your body needs to function correctly. And one of these chemicals is testosterone. There are lots of studies that prove that your T levels are strongly linked to how much sleep you get. Just 1 week without sleep can mess up your testosterone levels, dropping it as low as 15%. To put this in perspective, normal aging only drops the T level by merely 2% per year, which means that neglecting sleep drops your T levels 15 times faster than normal aging would. That's wild. So to stay on top of your game, sleep has gotta be a top priority. Make sure to get at least 7 to 8 hours daily. But also quality sleep, you must go through the proper sleep cycles to ensure the best results for hormone production. Number 6, stay active. Do you know that just being constantly active and moving your body shoots your testosterone levels through the roof, even better than weight loss? Yep, just by keeping active all through the day, you can boost your T levels. However, there's a catch. Overdoing this can actually produce opposite results. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't make the rules. If you want to shoot anybody, shoot science, because that's what shows us that long-distance runners may struggle with their testosterone levels, particularly because they are engaged in physical activity for long stretches at a time. So, if you were thinking of doing that 10K before you go on a date, think again. Number 7, stress reduction. If you want to up your T game, long-term chronic stress is your enemy, and you have got to fight it with all you have, because it alters your body's chemical balance and leads to many other issues. Stress shoots your cortisol levels to the roof, and because I know you definitely weren't paying attention in science class, cortisol is what you call the stress hormone. When it's triggered, this dude messes up almost everything in your body, like immune response, metabolism, and especially your testosterone. Simply put, whenever cortisol levels go up, you can be sure as hell your testosterone levels are crashing down. So because of this connection, try as much as possible to not get stressed, which I know is almost impossible because life can be a freaking nightmare, but you can at least try to adhere to a strict schedule that allows you enough time to rest. Number 8, you've got to add some flavor to your meals. Onions and garlic, you might not like them, but they can actually help you win in Spermageddon because they help your body to make more testosterone. These two wonder spices go right to the source where the love sauce is made and spike your testosterone more than listening to your favorite funk song. In addition, onions and garlic are loaded with natural plant chemicals called flavonoids, which are amazing because they stand guard to protect your lil swimmers from damage. Number 9, pile on the proteins. Heavy animal protein meals like lean beef, chicken, fish, and eggs are your sure bet as you work towards ramping up your T power level. You can also try out some plant proteins like tofu, nuts, and seeds, but I've got to tell you that vegan diet BS is not going to help you as much as animal protein would. Again, I don't make the rules. With just 5 ounces of protein per day, you are well on your way to hitting new highs in testosterone levels. Proteins contain nutrients that help to protect your T juice from being hit by substances that could change its composition. So make sure to heap them up and chow them down. Number 10, the sun and fish. Fatty fishes like salmon, tuna, and mackerel are the real deal because they are heavily loaded with vitamin D, the super vitamin that is a natural testosterone booster on its own. Also, getting daily sunlight can boost your vitamin D, which is a natural and very effective way of increasing T levels. Number 11, get some more magnesium. In the body, when testosterone is allowed to float around unguarded, some nefarious proteins bind on them and make them useless. However, this super mineral guards against these enemies and consequently increases the amount of useful T juices floating around your blood. To bulk up on magnesium, load up on spinach, almonds, cashews, and peanuts. Number 12, oyster up. A meal packed with oysters is one of the greatest T level building meds you can ever take. These sea animals are packed with zinc, the secret mineral your body needs to dish out testosterone in heavy doses. Actually, they come packed with almost 5 times your daily dose of zinc. So when you oyster up, you boost your testosterone producing capacity by 5 times. Every year, men are becoming weaker and weaker, not only mentally, but also physically. This is just one step in reclaiming your masculinity on your long journey. If you enjoyed the content, drop a comment in the comment section, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more.